Disclaimer. This video is created for entertainment and educational purposes only.
Peace and high vibration, family. Welcome to another episode of High Zone. Today on the menu, we got some mind-bending, mysterious TikToks that Elise don't want you to see. Before we get started, if you're not tapped in with the family, please hit that subscribe button, violate the subscribe button. Also hit the like button also so we can boost up our algorithm for more people that's like-minded like you and brilliant like you get to see the channel. With no further ado, family, let's get into these videos.
Motos.
Zone family, if he was in the States, he would have been cooked. He literally would have been cooked.
How I get on Guatemala Talk and it's breaking news that there is chupacabras in San Marcos, and apparently from what I can understand from, my broken Spanglish or whatever, the women is scared, the children are scared, the men outside with they long, them eddies. Yeah. And then they got photos of it, and it looked like a dog, but it don't look like a dog. They real ugly. Like, how I even get over there? And where the fuck the chupacabras come from? Oh my God.
Momentos de terror en San Marcos hoy 22 de septiembre, en hora de la tarde, tuvieron al chupacabras de frente.
¡Cuidado, cuidado! ¡Vengan! ¡Vengan! No, que no se acerque, que no... ¡Hey! Oh, cuidado, 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 cuidado. Cuidado, cuidado, muchachos, cuidado. Listos, listos. Cuidado, cuidado. ¡Ey, ey, ey! ¡Ey! ¡Ey, ey!
Esta tarde, gracias a los perros de los vecinos, agarraron al chupacabra en Comitancillo, San Marcos.
That chupacabra went to the wrong village and they had time for that chupacabra, okay? They gave the chupacabra the business. They had the whole village chasing this chupacabra. I'm talking about the whole village, from men to kids, holding sticks and machetes. They was after that chupacabra, okay? That chupacabra will not be eating no chickens in that village anymore, because they got down to business. Even the dogs was... Yeah, you seen what happened. Let's keep it moving.
Lo que era un mito y una leyenda ya fue visto en la vida real en Guatemala. El mero chupacabra. En un pueblo llamado Comitancio, San Marcos, Guatemala, este animal alertó a toda la comunidad. Según ya varios de estos animalitos, ovejas, el mero chupacabra ya les había chupado a ustedes, ya saben dónde. Eso alertó a toda la comunidad, mi gente, niños, ancianos, mujeres, salieron con hachas, machetes, asadón a perseguir a este animal. Hasta el mismo pastor Candido salió a declarar que fue cierto, que lo vio en carne propia, el mero chupacabra.
Entonces yo vi que eran tamaños de unos perros, o sea, se miró que vieron, pero la cara como que están hinchado, como que algo así, pues ver un raro, esos caritos de esos animales, ¿verdad?
Persiguieron entre todos, mi gente, cuando este animal, más conocido como chupacabra, atacó a un caballo. Cabe duda que este era un mito, mi gente, una leyenda. Ahora en Comitancio San Marcos ya lo vieron en carne propia, en la vida real. Ellos aseguran que se parece a un perro, pero no es perro. Algo que alertó a este pueblo, mi gente, ahora alerta a toda Guatemala que tengan mucho cuidado con este animal, que sí existe, que es real, que ya lo vieron con sus propios ojos. Al parece que ya no es un mito, mi gente, ya no es una leyenda, ahora sí existe y ya lo vieron el pueblo de Comitancio San Marcos, Guatemala. Un video que se ha hecho viral en todas las redes sociales. Déjenme saber qué opinan ustedes de...
We finally got a chupacabra, and it put belt to ass to that chupacabra. As you can see, it's laying on the floor. I have never seen anybody caught up with a chupacabra. So shout out to that village in Marcos, Mexico for putting belt to ass to that chupacabra. Because that chupacabra was causing havoc in the community, eating chickens, eating anything it come across. Actually, we have footage of that also. But anyway, chat, comment down below what y'all thought about this chupacabra.
You guys, we got a massive problem. This smiley face conspiracy is becoming way more relevant. So basically in Austin, Texas, they're finding body after body in Lady Bird Lake. Now, 90% of these bodies are men between the ages of 30 and 42. So if you know anything about the smiley face murders, they always target younger men, usually popular, athletic, or successful students. Now, they also have a calling card, and that is the smiley face. Usually what they'll do is they'll tag the area where the bodies are found. Well, look what just resurfaced at Lady Bird Lake. Smiley faces. Now, this was one of the victims. He was a younger man, 30 years old. This was what they found right next to where they found the body in the lake. This is literally the map of where everyone has gone missing. Okay, so a lot of activity. Now, if you didn't know, Rainy Street is where all the nightlife is in Austin. And it just so happens to be right next to Lady Bird Lake. Now, a lot of people in Austin are not happy about this one because they're terrified there's a serial killer running around. And also the fact that not all the bodies are examined for autopsy. Basically, Texas picks and chooses whether they want to do an internal autopsy.
We up to like 13, 14 people. I'm praying everybody in Texas start paying attention and being aware, especially you ladies, especially you, because the creepos are out like it's 1995.
Haiti. I talk at least a few times about mermaids on this channel. If you don't believe me, again, I'm just speaking on my experience and what I'm told. The stories I've heard from many credible sources. I'm talking about family members that I know they don't make stuff up either. But with the whole story of mermaids, like my mom's side of the family, most of them, or the men actually, they were fishermen. So they told me a whole lot of stories about mermaids, the encounters that they actually, went through with mermaids. And then, and I remember like one of my uncles actually used to always, he would go back, I'm talking about history back. And he's like, I know one story that stuck with me the most is how he described the mermaids with the people who actually were living in Haiti. At first, they were like full of gold. Like I'm talking about, even their outfits was like gold. And the way they would actually like acquire these golds was from the mermaids. So they would feed the mermaids, teach the mermaids, like different aspect of being on earth, not just water. They would exchange so many goods, so many experience together, so many historical moment. The mermaid actually give them, certain of their religion. Yes, exactly. Even mermaids, they have something that they pray to. Like the mermaids were teaching them a bunch of things, and they were teaching the mermaids a lot of things. And it was all fun and all togetherness at one point, up until accidents start to happen. Like human babies start to go missing. And humans, start to attack mermaids. That's how it goes. Conflict happen between these two beings to a point where like the mermaids actually, they felt threatened, by the people who actually living in Haiti. So they just completely disappeared. They went, like they just like, disappear into the ocean, and then they never heard from them again. But eventually, like fishermen who start to disappear from the ocean, and they would go fish, and then they wouldn't come back. So that create a massive conflict between the people who actually were living in Haiti. And I keep saying people who actually live in Haiti because I don't want to label anybody as such if I don't have the full research. But from history of Haiti, before slavery happened, these people were free, and they were, we call them Indians, because that's pretty much what their complexions, like the face structure, everything, the way they dress, the language they spoke before, which was the Dine Latin. They were the ones. So they were like very, very spiritual people. They believe in a lot of things. They believe that the sun was alive, and some of them even label it as God. They believe that the ocean was a sacred area, sacred place. It's not a place that you go into and just dive and fish, and like they were always precaution, when it comes to getting into the ocean, going fishing. They know a spot where it's safe. They know spots that it was not safe. They know like exactly what we're living there. And then my uncle told me, if you think that mermaids are the only beings in the ocean, you wrong. And he used to always tell me there's a huge animal. It looks like a serpent. It looks like a giant eel or a snake. I don't know how to describe it. But the way he described it to me, it's literally like a giant dragon, pretty much. That's what my mind at that moment was actually visualizing, how he was like describing it to me. And he used to tell me that every time that this dragon moved from one area of the ocean to another area, it's so big that it creates wicks, and like around the island. So it got me thinking of recently and many years ago, like we started having issues of wicks. So I'm not telling y'all, that I completely believe that could be the case, but again, it's a beautiful Sunday. I'm just thinking, and that just like popped in my mind. I'm like, let me just share with you guys. If you think I'm crazy, it's okay. And I'm telling you guys right now, of all honesty, I'm not 100% sure with that. But like when these grown folks are telling you things, you better sit down and really listen, because they telling you their truth, and you gotta respect that, because we don't know it all. And I'm a sponge, so I was just taking it in, like everything that was telling me. But if you ask me, do mermaids actually do exist? That is for sure. I will tell you yes. Yes. And that water touching that island in Haiti, I mean, it's just full of wonders. It's full of life, full of history. And in certain area, from all the research that I made, pictures that's been taken, like in the water by divers, you could tell there were or there are still whole civilizations of mermaids or of whatever humanoid figures, wherever they come from. They live in the ocean, and they are still there. People still go missing. Fishermen who's been fishing for their whole life, they go fishing and they don't come back, period. Or one of them gets to make it, tell the story, And then, oh, he's just crazy. He's just losing his mind. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think. I love Haiti, man. I love Haiti. And if it wasn't for me being born there, there's a lot of things that I know now I wouldn't have known. I'll be full of question as well. Well, if this was me on the inside of the box, I'd be calling this guy crazy too. But it's my truth, my experience, and mine only.
Zone family, that's the issue. That is the issue. Once you obtain certain knowledge, once you know certain things, you could be labeled crazy. And that's crazy, okay? Just because I know a little bit more than you and know things that they hide from you, that shouldn't make me crazy. In fact, you should be wanting to tap in with what I know. But people are not like that. People quick to label. Nobody want to do the research. Nobody want to learn anything. Everybody want to, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever they gave you, you're happy with that. Remember, they gave you that. They gave you that knowledge. Okay? You didn't obtain any knowledge. You didn't feel any frequency. You were just conditioned. Nothing more than that. Comment down below, family. Like he said, the water is definitely a sacred place. If the ancestors knew the water was a sacred place, how come we don't know that? Where is that knowledge? Like he said, people are still going missing after they gone fishing.
What's up with the guy who got the alien in his house? No, not the alien Venom guy. Update on him, he actually went and got the alien out the water, and now he's raising it in an aquarium in his house, and it is huge. I'll make a video on that next. This is a completely different person. Somebody else actually found a orb UFO, and it's not even on the news. We are so censored. Let's go over this footage together and tell me what you think. This is what we know. Here is a video of a orb flying over a town, taped by multiple different cameras. Now here is that same orb crashing into a power line. Now here is that orb trying to find a safe place to come down into the forest. Once it lands, this guy right here, we have another hero, swooped in and grabbed the orb UFO before the MIB could show up. I'm pretty sure they're on the way. Picked it up and he ran off into the wood, really risking radiation. And you just ran up to it and just grabbed it and picked it up and ran off. So first we had an alien grow on a meteorite, and now alien probe actually found. Scientists have studied it and say it has the ability to manipulate the fabric of reality as propulsion. Scientists have concluded this. They have dated its creation to the time of the Ice Age. It's literally an artifact older than the pyramids. And all of this is happening at the same time that interdimensional spacecraft is entering our solar system. To be honest, I think y'all called that rapture thing a little early. We all owe the Betts family a big apology. 1974, the Betts family found a sphere. They were laughed out of the public spotlight. That orb, it followed people around. Also in the 1970s, a man named Jim Marlin found the orb after a UFO left the spheres in the desert in front of his friend's house. If you want to research this new sphere more, it's called the Booga Sphere because it was found in Booga, Colombia. So what's going on? Are we being...
The Booga Sphere is one of the most intriguing discovery we have. Comment down below.
Bruh, what the fuck is this? Better yet, who the fuck is this? Bruh, ain't no way this is Zion. Zion Williamson. The big 300-pound ass nigga. From New Orleans. Who play on New Orleans? That's him? Nah, fool. Nah, fool. Look at this man, y'all. I'ma show y'all a picture from a couple months ago. And before y'all say it, bro, chill, he just lost weight. No, he lost more than weight. Look at it. Nigga lost body mass. He lost muscle, everything. That do not look like him, bro. No one can sit up here and say, hey, that look just like Zion. Look at the difference. If this man decided to wear these clothes right now, Nigga, he would look like a crackhead, fool. I'm not even gonna cap. Just look at the picture. Boom. Boom. He even got his eyes sinking in. Y'all know how them boxers be drained and shit? That's how he look right here. Y'all, this shit crazy, fool. Another one. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts about this down below in the comments. What do y'all think going on, fool? Is it a O?
Bro don't even look like himself anymore. How the hell Zion went from muscle man to a damn broom? It don't make sense. Bro look like a broomstick. How? Is that Ozempic? Comment down below.
Most people don't realize it, but everything in reality runs on 7 cosmic principles. Once you know them, you can align, manifest, and transform your life. Law number 1, mentalism. Your thoughts create reality. Law number 2, correspondence, as within, so without. Law number 3, vibration. Nothing resets, everything moves. Law number 4, polarity. Every opposite is the same thing as different degrees. Law number 5, rhythm. Life flows in cycles, so learn to move with the tides. Law number 6, cause and effect. No coincidences. Every action has a consequence. Law number 7, gender. Balance the masculine and feminine forces within. When you understand and embody these 7 laws, you step out of chaos and into mastery. You don't force, you flow. You don't beg, you create. Comment laws if you're ready to embody these truths and join our private group. Link in the bio. To go deeper into decoding your...
I don't know what y'all waiting for. I really don't know what y'all waiting for. Write that down. Go ahead and write that down. Write that down and practice it. Get ahead of the race. Go ahead. What you waiting for?
Are they scared of us?
Not many police come here.
Bro, the kids are running away. She wants us away. Hey. Ouch. Run, the kids are scared. These kids are smart. They know what white people do.
The comments are wild. The comments said those were our ancestors and they know what's coming. Y'all dead ass wrong. Comment down below, man. Comment down below.
So my brother goes into the kitchen. He walks around 3 times. In my grandma's kitchen, they had this vitrina. Y'all know those furnitures, like that furniture piece that has like the glass top, and then the bottom there's like a cabinet area. He hears something in the cabinet area. So he goes to open it because he was playing hide and seek with my cousins. When he opens it, there's some monkey man, like a guy that looks like a monkey. He says he's laying down in there, but he's laying down sideways like this. So when he opened it, the monkey man is like this, looking at him. My brother stomped back because he's like, the fuck? He's a kid. He steps back, and the monkey man goes like this. Like, come here, come here. So my brother runs out of the kitchen. He goes to tell my uncle. He goes to tell my other cousins, because he's like, come on guys, come out of hiding. Like, I gotta show you guys something. There's a monkey man in the kitchen. Hay un hombre ahí como un mono ahí en la cocina. They all laughed at him. They're like, no mames, estás loco. Like, you're crazy. My uncle's like, no mames, ¿cómo va a haber ahí un mono, güey? Like, how's it gonna be a monkey? Sure enough, my uncle goes to the kitchen. There's a fucking man that looks like a monkey laying down inside of this vitrina, inside of this furniture piece, in the cabinet space. My uncle said, bro, look, man. My uncle starts fucking hitting it with a piece of wood, like, sálgase a la verga, pendejo, sálganse a la verga, que este güey se me hace que es un güey. Like, he's thinking it's some weirdo, like, he's thinking this is a weird motherfucker, like, trying to take kids and shit. So he starts hitting it with a stick. Sálgase a la verga, get the fuck out of there, get the fuck out of there. Motherfucker, my brother says, everybody was watching. All of my cousins saw this. He just, so my uncle just keeps hitting it, just, sálgase a la verga, pendejo, sálgase a la verga, and the guy just, but it's like a monkey, man. My brother said that it was long, like a long fucking person, dude. Like, think about like Monkey Man. Like, look up Monkey Man. He said just like that, bro. He got the goosebumps telling me this fucking story. Well, my uncle's like, ¿saben qué? Mejor vámonos, niños. Vámonos. Like, leave him the fuck alone because I don't know what this is. Esto es brujería. Vámonos. Este es el demonio. Like, this is a demon. Get out of here, kids. My uncle's the only one he's the only adult in the house. But remember, in Mexico, the houses aren't like houses here. This is a brick house, fucking long ass house. Like, we lived in Michoacan. So this is like a Mexican style house. So it's just a long square fucking house, long as fuck. So you can, bro, they get out. But they're intrigued. They're kids, bro. So he's like, they would just run in and out of the kitchen and poke their heads through like by the wall and look over, and the monkey guy was still in there, bro. Laying down, just looking at them again. Telling them to come here, like this. Nobody knows what the fuck this was. Fast forward, year or two later, my brother's walking around town at night with my cousins again. At this time, my cousins all saw this shit. They're walking right by a dark alley in Mexico. Y'all know how fucking dark it gets in Mexico. In Michoacan, okay? This didn't happen in the fucking city before you fucking fresitas start fucking going. This happened in Michoacan. Dark ass streets. They see a fucking monkey, man. He said that it looked like a guy in a monkey suit. But it was a fucking monkey, man, like a fucking Sasquatch. Like, he doesn't know what it is. Walking back and forth from one banqueta to the other banqueta. From one side of the street to the other side of the street, playing a flute. And he's looking at them again. They fucking ran. They took off. They went and told my grandma. They went and told my aunts and my uncles again. And they told them, they're like, mira, se me hace que ese es un demonio. Y se los quiere llevar. Like, look, I think that's a demon and he's trying to take y'all. So y'all be careful, bro. If one day you open up a cabinet, you open something up, you might see this monkey motherfucker. Look, I swear on my mama, this is a real story. I have more to lose by telling y'all because y'all gonna think I'm crazy. My brother told me this story. He's told me the same story, bro. He's 35 years old. He's told me the same story since the day I met this motherfucker. I'm 27, he's 35. Bro, he's had the same story since 98 up until now. He's never changed anything. The flute fucking thing creeps me the fuck out. The thing that creeps me out is the flute thing. Because I show my brother, I'm like, wey, de verdad, wey, ya dime la verdad, wey, de verdad si lo viste. He's like, wey, ¿por qué te voy a, si muy a huevo, wey, yo le voy y le conté, le fuimos a contar a otra gente. Like, bro, we barely wanted to tell other people. How the fuck you think I feel? And bro, he had goosebumps, bro. He told me that the creepiest thing, for me, is the flute thing. Because this being, this thing, was able to break into our dimension. Basically, like, think about just being able to appear in that cabinet. You know how tight that is to get in there? A full grown sized man sitting there telling them to come here. And then playing the flute out in a dark alley, trying to get them to come to him again. To take them. And I've been trying to find what that flute sound is, bro. Because y'all know that flute sound, but I can't find it. I don't know what it's called. So if you know, please let me know in the comments, bro. If you've ever seen something like this, let me know. Because my brothers told me the same story. My cousins, my uncles, my aunts, they all have the same story. The same shit. My uncle saw it. They all saw it. It's a monkey man. Y'all be safe.
I'm hearing a lot about this monkey man only in Mexico. Not to forget to mention, Mexico has a whole lot of unexplained and mysterious things that goes down over there. From ghosts, paranormal, aliens, they got the whole package. Comment down below, chat. Let me know what y'all thought about this story about the monkey man hanging in somebody's China.
Revealed that the government has the masses under a spell. She told Tasha K that the government is hiding the truth about magic and witchcraft from the masses, claiming that they're doing this in order to keep it to themselves. They want to make sure that they are the only ones with access to the magic and are the only ones able to use it against the masses.
Here to dispel. Because people think, they call you a witch.
Okay, and? What's the problem?
Like, I guess with the branding and, ever since like storybooks or fables, any storybook that I can remember in school, witches were bad.
Yeah, that's what they teach you. Yeah. So you don't tap into your power. I mean, why would I tell you that I'm doing a spell on you? I'm going to tell you that spells are bad so that I can do it on you. That's how I feel like society manipulates people because it's been sensationalized. Like, oh, witchcraft is bad, witchcraft is this, but they're doing witchcraft on you. So yeah, we're all under spell.
Explain that. Who is who?
The government.
The government's doing witchcraft on people.
Yeah, our money has sigils on it.
Please elaborate, please. I've heard of something like that, but I just be like,
yeah,
here go the wormhole YouTube.
Yeah, we can go before we go down the wormhole, but I'll give it like a surface level.
Go ahead.
So if you look at the dollar, first of all, it's a dead president on it. It's an ancestor off the rip, right? So when you look at the different pyramids and certain lines and how they print their money, it's all a spell. It's all a ritual, right? So every time you touch money, even psychologically, when you're thinking about money, it is all outlined to you. Subliminal, everything you watch is subliminal when you think about it. Your music is subliminal, the 808s, all the beats, everything. They are 100% controlling us. Yes. So if you know that you're being controlled, now you can't be controlled anymore. But if you don't know, they can continue to control you. And that's what's happening. So, and that's what I meant by people that are manipulated by media, by what they're seeing on TV, by their music. If they don't know that they're being manipulated, it works. If they're awakened and protected from it, it does not. The slave that is enslaved and know he's a slave will revolt. The slave that doesn't believe that he's enslaved, the slave that thinks that he's being helped, he's being manipulated, will always remain a slave. He's never going to revolt. That literally happens today, all the time.
Give me an example.
Okay, so what I meant by the media, right? Okay. Yeah. When people think of success, they say, okay, I need to go out, I need to buy a mansion, I need to buy Maybach, I need to do this, I need to do that. That is not really what they want. That's what they're being told they want. So they will really be a slave, like going to work 9 to 5, doing this, doing that. Not saying nothing's wrong with 9 to 5.
Yeah, exactly.
What I mean is, if that is not your gift, that is not your calling, you're just doing it to get what looks like success, you are being manipulated. And you are a worker for these big corporations that do not have to work now. Because you've already went through school, which basically is either a pipeline for you to be a worker, or you're going to prison, Listen to this real quick. Schools, the cafeterias look exactly like the cafeterias in a prison.
As much as I don't support witchcraft and talk against it, I can't deny that this witch is speaking facts. While I might not agree with what this woman does for a living and what she's involved in, what she is saying about the elites is all facts. The elite have definitely put the masses under one big spell. They have the masses completely controlled using ancient forms of witchcraft and occult knowledge. She is also correct about money being used as a spell on people, bringing up the occult symbols found all over the dollar bill. The fact that the dollar bill has pictures of dead presidents on them,
The more you know, the better it is for you. They can't keep you in a box. You have to teach yourself certain knowledge to be above things. Comment down below. It only makes sense.
I done been in a celebrity's house working as a bodyguard. I've opened up a closet and he got a goat head like on a steak, candles around it. Why is that in there? What do you got that for? And when I asked them about it, they mad. Why do you have that in there? You know, there are people you can pray to other than God, at your own risk, because you got to give up something to gain when you playing with that.
Big homie CC explained very well that in order for you to make it into the industry or into this life, or this next level quicker than the average man, you have to make a sacrifice, or you have to do something.
Your soul is not worth it, I'm telling you, people. Because once you obtain that fame, you can't enjoy it the way you really want to. Because once that time comes, you gotta give it up.
Can you tell us a secret about Steven Spielberg? He eats babies. Whole babies.
And that person happens to be a Hollywood mogul. And that person needs to be exposed, but unfortunately I can't be the one to do it. But the person that knows who did it and knows who he is watching right now, I guarantee you. There was a circle of older men that surrounded themselves around this group of kids.
I may end up running off with you myself, you know.
That's what Steven says.
It's Steven Spielberg?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good director, isn't he?
Yeah.
One of my favorite sayings of all time goes like this: there is no smoke without fire. Some would argue that these are older times, but no, good is good and bad is bad. And back to the smoke thing, why is it always this industry? Why is there so much stuff like this? Why is there so many things we can watch back that just make alarm bells start ringing in your mind? But I'll leave that up to you. Take a minute, think about it, do some research, and get back to me.
Couple billionaires, your government, then Hollywood, then the small fries.
What press?
From a radio station in San Bernardino. I know there's a conspiracy about the space shuttle. No, I want to be polite.
There she is. This person approached Judy Resnick and attempted to politely engage with her regarding the Challenger shuttlecraft mission.
Hey, Judy. How you doing? I'm from the press. I just had a quick question, if you don't mind.
What press?
From a radio station in San Bernardino. I know there's a conspiracy about the space shuttle. No, I want to be polite.
There she is.
Friendly, just a question.
And there she goes.
So there's a lot of rumors about you being on that space shuttle. Obviously, if you want to comment, we would really appreciate it.
So unlike Michael J. Smith, who ended up basically having a full-fledged conversation with the individual, she just effed right off. Which, depending on your stance, could be evidence for or against. But it tends to lean on the side of eyebrow rising. So here they all are.
Pilot Mike Smith, followed by Krista McAuliffe, teacher in space, Ellison Onizuka, and payload specialist Greg Jarvis.
So one question that's been brought up a lot is that if they did show them entering the space shuttle, how did they get out? Where did they go? Because as you know, when it goes up, they would have to go somewhere, be tucked away somewhere, pretty safe.
Actually, the only people they can't find is the black guy, but everybody else is alive. Comment down below.
Michael Jackson no pay him, a bunch of people no pay him.
Michael Jackson?
My father used to work for Michael Jackson,
the king of pop?
Yes, my father held Michael Jackson. Held Michael Jackson's son. He used to deal with tumor, in his brain. He used to
Michael
help.
Jackson had a tumor in his brain?
No, his son.
Oh, shit.
His real son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So a couple people.
Wait, what?
Wait, turn that back. You said his real son. Michael Jackson has a real son?
Yeah.
Not Prince.
No, real son.
So what's Michael Jackson's real son name? Do you know?
I forget it. I follow him in social media, but yeah, he a real son.
Yeah, I mean,
black. He like light skin kind of thing.
Wow.
Oh shit!
Wait, hold on.
Can his son dance?
Exactly.
Is it blanket? It's not blanket.
Blanket, no.
No. So his son is just out here amongst the people.
Huh?
He said his son is just living a regular life.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
That's the reality, man.
That's wild. Oh, no, wait. So what did Mike go to his doctor?
I used to have a problem with his nerve system, can't sleep, dealing with a lot of pain, so my father helped him, like the same way he helped Lisa Lopez. She used to deal with herpes. My father cured her,
I was going to ask, was your dad rich off of this, or like or is he just really about the people?
Man, my father helping a lot of people. Many people not pay him, you heard.
I remember Nick Cannon saying that his mission was to make a documentary on your dad.
That's
was it Cap?
That's some bullshit, Nick Cannon Nick Cannon sent me some 10 emails, I don't want to be in my father document because it's a lot of people used to be in there. He used to be my father enemy, like Dr. Sevi's grandson. He never, he used to be in there in the document, but he stole from my father, He didn't cure nobody. He charging people $5,000 in LA to cure herpes, but he didn't even can cure his own son dealing with asthma. So it's a lot of people using my father's name to make money, but not curing nobody, So it's like, I want to apologize for the people that got scammed by my nephew, by my sister too, because misrepresent my father. That's not whatever my father used to mean, or whatever he used to do.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying because of the last name, they're able to say, hey, take my supplements.
Yes.
And they making it seem like it's your dad's shit, but it's not. Let's call them out. Who all fraudulent? Who all frauding your dad's name?
Dr. Sevi's grandson,
Damn, that's your family too. That's crazy.
Yeah. He doing so many bad things, he stole from my father, we have approved, Dr. Sevi's daughter too, she telling people to drink moringa, but my father never recommend moringa to the people. These people never healing nobody. You're only doing this because, in the end of the day, we not selling shoes, so you go to the shoe store, you say, oh, you buy one shoes, you go home. And later you say, I don't like these shoes, you can go to the shoe store to give you money back. But when it's about healing, think about somebody dealing with cancer, listen to these people, And later that person die. And later you start to know like this person, you don't know nothing, So it's like,
What is it about sugar that makes people crave it so much to where they can't stop?
It's like drug, you're supposed to eat it, That's bad for you.
Is there any drug that is good for you?
What do you mean?
Like, is there any drug like marijuana?
Marijuana in America is compromised, brother. You know, the government not can provide healthy water for you. How you think it's going to provide healthy weed for you?
What about cocaine? Yeah, the coca leaf is natural.
Yeah, the leaf, yeah. South America got opportunity many times to drink coca leaf. Shout out to my brother from Ecuador. He brought me some coca leaf. It's very good for to relax your nerve system.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
That's good. But when it's processed to cocaine, that's not good.
Where it goes back. What foods should we? What foods should we eat?
I recommend to people to eat mango, but not any mango because, these people in Mexico, it's called, I don't know, so you go to the market over here in the United States, it's called Adulfo mango. It's one guy create the mango, you're not supposed to eat it. Ash avocado is created there I think so in California, so you need to take it, the Dominican avocado, quinoa, mushrooms, portobello, ostia mushroom is good thing to eat.
Michael Jackson was a cheap motherfucker. All the donating he did, he couldn't pay Dr. Sebi some money. That is crazy. I mean, Victor Bowman is standing on business by the way it sounds, man. He definitely got a shop also where you get herbs, medicine, teas, the whole 9 yards. Go check him out.
When you did what?
When you killed the baby, first time I
You killed the babies?
Yes.
You yourself?
With Papa. Papa holding my hand, he helped me. But he told me to cut the baby's head off. But he forced me to. I couldn't.
He held your hand?
He held my hand, yes.
Like what? Show me.
So this is my hand on the knife. He put his big hand on, and he pushed my hand and then cut off the head. Like that. And then when we got older, we got more used to it. But then we understood. Then when my mom found out about it, she understood. She told me that it's wrong to do this kind of stuff. So then but then me and Gabriel had still been used to it. But then we had understood that it's wrong.
I'm gonna really need y'all in the comments on that one. This is a being trained to a baby. That is insane. That is diabolical. Comment down below.
When you walking around with 7 and 8 bodyguards, whose kids did you kidnap? Why so much fucking security? Back in the day when we was in the real Hollywood, when I was living in the real Hollywood, no way, it wasn't all of that. We didn't need all the security and shit. You see John Travolta, you see John Travolta. You know, you go to New York, you see Jim Carrey on the train, Jim Carrey on the train. That's the real Hollywood. Like, we don't need all of that. But when you walking around with 7 and 8 bodyguards, whose kids did you kidnap? Whose wife are you? Why we can't get close as a people to your motherfucking ass? What you doing that you ain't supposed to be doing?
The Hollywood that was in the 90s is definitely not the Hollywood that's in the 2000s. Totally not.
I'm telling y'all this from me. This is some real shit. This real shit I'm telling y'all. This real shit. So a nigga tell you, man, oh man, I got fucked around in my contract. No, they ain't talking about paperwork. These niggas got fucked around for real. So I'm just telling y'all, shit that y'all might be hearing for y'allself, man, this shit ain't no lie, this shit real talk. I can say this shit because I'm a real nigga. Some of these motherfuckers can't say this shit because they already know about that goddamn tape. They on that tape. So they can't say shit about that shit. But I mean, they proud niggas' weaknesses because niggas be so fucking happy they about to sign some shit. Now they done told you come to a fucking mansion party. You gonna turn down shit because you gonna feel like this is my family, I'm with these niggas now. You smoking on some shit or you done, man, drunk some shit, nigga, you done forgot everything. Just like this fucking camera on right now. You don't know what the fuck done went on till they show you that goddamn tape.
Look, at this point, you guys should not be signing any deals. Y'all might as well do everything yourselves. Because if y'all don't, listen, you're going to end up not remembering nothing, and you're going to be on somebody's videotape.
Yeah, I look Japanese, but I'm half black, bruh. My dad's African American.
Oh, they know that?
You know that, of course.
How can they tell?
Because I don't look full Japanese and the attitude that I got.
Oh, yeah.
Like, born and raised in Japan, most likely you're going to be like closed-minded. And you're going to be like an asshole. I know better than you. A bunch of motherfuckers, bunch of ninjas and bitches. They're weird as hell.
Damn.
They're weird. They're on some like goofy shit. At first, I thought like I looked Japanese. I guess the attitude, I don't know. It's the same thing in the States. It's just that they don't even say it to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even say it to you. To Japan, they don't say that to you. They just look at you like, oh, what is it? Black people around here in this area.
Yeah.
It's the same thing in the States. It's the same fucking thing. That's why I don't recommend to live here.
Yeah.
I recommend niggas to visit. I don't get along with Japanese, most Japanese. I only get along with Japanese who understand, who are open to black people. They kind of like try to be nice to you.
Yeah.
But right here,
yeah, I could see it in their eye.
you know
They thinking some other shit, but they smiling and stuff.
It's not like I don't have to talk to them. I know, like, they don't fuck with me. Trying to check your ass, bro.
Check me for what?
You got some ID, bro?
Huh?
You want to check inside, bro. You want to check inside.
No, he ain't gonna take it. 中見るんですか？はい。いいですよ。あ、すみません、ご協力ありがとうございます。来てていいですか？
The power of words are very serious. They was just talking about discrimination, and they manifested that fast. Or be careful what comes out your mouth, because you can manifest it instantly. They were just talking about discrimination, and look what happened. Comment down below.
The world is in shock. Yesterday, in South Dakota, the skies unleashed a storm unlike anything we've seen. Thunder and lightning non-stop, as if a spiritual battle was unfolding right above us. Many are asking, is this just weather or a sign of something deeper? The Bible reminds us in Ephesians 6:12, "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms." This storm is a reminder that unseen battles rage constantly. But take heart, Christ has already overcome the world. We at Daily Faith Ministry believe God allows these signs to awaken our spirit, to call us back to prayer, repentance, and faith. So let this moment not bring fear, but courage. Stand firm, cling to the Word, and shine your light in the darkness. If you believe in the Word of God, click follow, like this video, and share it so it can reach more people.
If you don't believe what you see in these skies, the way the lightning is going off, it's much bigger than just lightning. Seriously. Comment down below, chat.
Terminator wasn't a movie. It was a documentary because the T-1000s, you know those liquid robots, they're real.
These shape-shifting robots can flow like water and squeeze through tight spaces, all without losing their structural integrity. Researchers at Seoul National University have created what they've referred to as particle armored liquid robots, or PBs, blatantly rejecting the more obvious PALBOT acronym. It's essentially a drop of water coated with a dense layer of hydrophobic particles. This particle armor provides structural stability while maintaining the fluidity of the liquid core. These PBs can navigate complex environments, engulf and transport cargo, merge with other PBs, and even cross from water to land without losing integrity, allowing researchers to create most over-engineered Lemmings simulator possible. They're propelled using acoustic radiation forces, think basically sound waves pushing them along. But how do you coat a drop of water in hydrophobic particles that are repelled from water in the first place? That's the key innovation here. The paper describes by freezing water into cuboid shape, most people call ice cubes, and coating them with PTFE particles, then allowing the ice to melt, these researchers produced these cuter cousins of the T-1000. The increased particle density achieved in this method enhances the mechanical stability, allowing the PBs to withstand compression and impact forces that would rupture less armored liquid robots. The research team hopes that these soft wireless robots may hold future use inside the human body to deliver drugs directly to where they're needed, like directly.
My thing is with this thing, how is it being controlled? How are they moving this glob around? I like to see a video of them controlling this thing. Seriously. What y'all think about that, Zone family? Comment down below.
So being Haitian is not for the weak. I could only speak for myself, but the things that my family and I have seen and experienced growing up was insane. I'm talking about like witchcraft, people turning into animals. Let me just give y'all one story. I tell this story to like a few of my close friends and they're just kind of like, nigga, what are you talking about? Since the world is waking up now and the veil is being lifted, I could say this confidently. My older sister, she could even attest to this. There was a raccoon that popped up in her room. How? 4 a.m. screaming. My dad gets up. There's a big ass raccoon in my sister's room. My dad pops it in its left eye, shoos it out the house, grabs a broom, sweeps that bitch out the house. This is in Florida, mind you. And the next morning, our next door neighbor, the grandmother, came and asked my dad to pray for her. Her left eye was popped. Exactly where my dad popped that eye on the raccoon. Why did you show up to my house? My dad's house, asking for prayer. Bitch, you know what you did last night? And my mom would always be like, don't eat at her house. If she asks you to eat, don't eat. Every time we'd come over, she would be trying to force us to eat. You need to eat, you need to eat. No, bitch, we're not eating. We're not hungry, actually.
What? If you ask me, he didn't hit her hard enough with that damn broomstick. Ain't no way. The same eye he hit the raccoon in, it's the same eye the lady came over their house with? That is insane and diabolical. Comment down below, chat. Comment down below.
I knew this day would come where I would switch from the Planet of the Apes MK Ultra mind control programming that I was watching be implemented here. But now it's over. And I realized the new movie is Soylent Green, which was also one of my favorite movies. Yeah, Soylent Green. Now everything's about the movie Soylent Green. Watch that movie. Got artificial intelligence, euthanasia, all the good talking points of the mainstream media these days. And then suicide centers where you can see extinct species, and then they all have to go get these soy pellets to eat. And at the end, it's like, I'll tell you the end in case you don't have time to watch it. It's like Soylent Green is people. That's what we're finding out now. And the Soylent Green factories are, it's people. That's the movie now. Watch that movie.
Let's not let that go over our heads. She was definitely telling us something and to go watch something. But Roseanne definitely is for the people. Comment down below what y'all thought about that. Whatever movie she said go watch, I advise y'all to write it down. Go see what it's about.
How I know I'm winning in life? I'm on a run at 3 a.m. in Thailand, bro. I just got 2 dragon fruits for 30 baht. That's $1. Less than $1. Less than $1. I'm outside a grocery store. That is 24/7. I just got coconut water for 77 cents from 7-Eleven over there. And it was the best coconut water I tasted in my life. Hello. Very cool people. You feel me? Hey. Hi, you want to say hi to my video? Hey. Hello. Thank you. Look very good. Look very good. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Yeah. I go for a run. Muay Thai. Yeah, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You feel me? Kapuka. Man, this is why I love Thailand. I love Thailand. Oh my God.
That right there should just tell you, all we living in a simulation over here on this side. Cause my man's sure enjoying life over there. We must be in a simulation in America. Comment down below.
Bad news, but our whole life is a lie. There's no gold at the end of the rainbow, and how about this? There's no end at all. Just the perfect circular shape. You know what's amazing about God? It's never crooked. It's never off by a line. A perfect circle in all of its dimensions. While I have you on the phone, this is also the perfect time to point out that light reflects off of water. If it is reflecting a perfect circle, that means we are in a firmament. We are in a dome that God perfectly created. Nothing could get in, nothing could get out. See the positive side to this if you don't believe. It's time to rip the band-aid off so you could expose the cut, put a little peroxide on it, and let it heal. Science is only a mathematical and tangible thing that us humans could have, but it's only demonstrating God's equations. Think of it like citing your references when you're doing an essay. This is the first time I've ever seen footage like this, and I know it's going to be a lot of people's first time as well. Out of the 15 plus years that we've been in the internet era, this footage has never been captured. Maybe in the science world amongst professors, but nothing like this. And it's an amazing thing because now we can see things as a collective and raise our awareness. Let me know what you think about this phenomenon that we just seen right here. Do you agree with my commentary or do you believe it's all false? Looking forward to the friendly debates in the comments.
The firmament is right above us. Can't leave the firmament, can't go past the firmament. It's there for a reason, people.
Unexplainable stuff out there. Have you heard about evil cities?
What do you mean?
There's this phenomenon that millions of people all over the world have reported. They get this overwhelming feeling of evil and dread whenever they're in certain American cities, right?
What?
Some of these cities are like Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Phoenix is one of them. They just report this overwhelming feeling of dread. And the way that they describe it, and it gives me chills talking about it, they describe it as the absolute absence of God.
What?
They say, imagine what the world would feel like if God just completely left. That's the feeling that they get when they're in the...
Like an old saying, if you scared, take your ass to church.
Bug in your house or outside somewhere, get away from it or get rid of it as fast as possible.
This is a kissing bug, and it's already spreaded a rare and deadly disease named Chagas across 32 different states. The crazy part is that the people who have it may not even know they have it. The disease is hitting places like Texas and the southern US in general hard, but experts are also saying that up to 100,000 people in California could be infected without even knowing. And that's because the bug spreads a parasite to human beings that remains dormant for 50 or 60 years and isn't really found until a person has a stroke or heart attack. Unfortunately, by that time, the parasite will be discovered, but it's already caused major heart problems, and for many, it'll be too late. The wildest part is that these bugs aren't even that rare. I've personally seen them before. Sometimes they'll be on windowsills or flying around by lights outside. The good news is that the parasite and disease is treatable. People have already gone to get tested, so if you've had encounters with this bug, gotten bitten by it, anything, or it's just in your house maybe, go ahead and get tested because you just never know.
It would be the smallest bugs that'll have a huge impact on you. That is crazy. Comment down below. With that being said, Zone family, we have finally reached the end of the video. I truly appreciate every last one of you who stayed and watched all the way to the end. You are definitely goated. You are definitely goated. Before you get out of here, please hit that subscribe button and also hit that like button so the algorithm can start boosting for more people that's like-minded like you can watch these videos. With that being said, Zone family, I love you guys, man. You guys already subscribed and you guys is doing what it do. Y'all keep me going, y'all keep me flowing. I love you guys. With that being said, stay positive, vibrate high, and love thy neighbor. Peace out.